Wow. Guys, right now, I'm in utter disbelief. I'm in awe right about now. Chelsea have lost to Arsenal 3-1 in a very exciting and dramatic London derby. Chelsea, of course, coming into this game as favorites. But Arsenal has been terrible this season. The worst start to any Premier League season ever. And they're now under Mikel Arteta, who is under a lot of pressure from the fans and from everyone else except the hierarchy at Arsenal, who has been basically backing their manager, saying that, they're 100% behind him and he is the man for the job. I've been calling for Arteta to get sacked if and only the horrible results continue. It's logical, right, guys? But if he's able to pull things back, no doubt that he is an ideal man to manage Arsenal and to take them, further. You know what I'm saying? After their recent slumps. So, Mikel Arteta asked for the boys to have character, personality, to show fight, to show a lot of spirit. And if they are to turn their season around, their dreadful start to their season around, this would be the ideal game to do so against their London rivals, big Premier League rivals, Chelsea FC. And the boys have responded. And when I say boys, I literally mean boys. You have Saka, Martinelli, Emil Smith-Rowe, and a very inexperienced Arsenal lineup with Pablo Mari. You know what I mean? You got guys like Kieran Tierney. Do you believe that Rob Holding is the leader of the defense? Lacazette, who has been misfiring. El Neni, who seemed like his Arsenal career was over. Bellerin, who has been coming under a lot of pressure. They went out there and they played as a unit and they picked up a remarkable W against Chelsea, who have been, going through a very bad patch on the road. This is 3 losses in their last 3 road games. They haven't been good in their last 4 games. Chelsea have lost 3 in the last 4. They're falling off the boil here after they had picked up some steam. Werner misfiring, Havertz misfiring. Pulisic has not yet come back to, full form after struggling with a lot of hamstring injuries. And they just look out of sorts today. They just look flat today. This does not look like a team that are going to challenge for the title. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Some days Chelsea are like really, really good. And the other days you're like, what is going on here? And today's game is exemplary of what I just said. You got to give it to Arsenal, man. I predicted them to lose the game. And it was a very easy prediction to make. And I know most of you guys predicted Arsenal to lose the game based on their form. No wins in their last 7 Premier League matches. The last win coming away to Man United. A win they haven't achieved in 14 years. And they picked up a win, and then you thought that they were going to continue to, do well, and then they didn't. But going back to what Mikel Arteta said. If Arsenal are to turn their season around, today is the day they're going to do it. And based on the next few fixtures in the Premier League that Arsenal got, he is absolutely right, because if they continue playing this well, they have Newcastle, Crystal Palace, they have, who else they have? They have Brighton. They do play Brighton next. And the upcoming games are off, against teams of similar ilk. And Arsenal, of course, will go into those games as the favorites based on their history. But based on the form this season, those teams would have, been basically confident that they could get, or they would get something from Arsenal. But what we saw today from Arsenal, it seems like they could actually do it. They could actually turn their dreadful form around, pick up a few needed wins, and actually get out of the relegation zone. You know, a lot of people have been talking about wanting to see Arsenal fighting for relegation and all. I know we all love a crisis, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring on the crisis here. We all love a crisis, and we almost had one today in the game after Arsenal went 3-0 up. Lacazette with a penalty. Reece James bringing down Kieran Tierney. And it was a soft penalty, by the way. It was very soft. I would not have given that penalty if I was the ref. But, you know, the referee want to be kind and all. And he said, yeah, penalty. Lacazette stepped up, beat Edward Mendy. I think this is the most goals he have conceded since he joined Chelsea. You know, so Mendy, man, the honeymoon period is over, bro. It's done. Okay? Get over it. Get used to the Premier League now. You're going to start conceding a lot. Good goal for Lacazette. Confidence boosting goal. He hasn't been scoring a lot of goals. Aubameyang still missing with an injury. He was on the bench, but, you know, wasn't needed today. You don't need to risk your, you know what I mean, arguably your best player if you're winning handsomely. 1-0. And then Arsenal went 2-0 up to a Granit Xhaka beauty. That was a worldie. You know, something Granit Xhaka is so bad. You know, he's so rash. He does silly things. And other times, he's popping up with these brilliant goals, especially from distance. So, you got to give props when props are due. And Granit Xhaka do deserve the plaudits today. Definitely do. So, with Arsenal 2-0 up, I'm like, no way they could lose the game from here. No way. No way they could lose the game. To make matters worse, Bukayo Saka crossed the ball into the back of the net with his right foot, his weaker foot. And at 3-0, I'm like, bravo. Bravo to Arsenal. You have done it. You have shaken the monkey, slapped the monkey off your back, and picked up a win against very unlikely rivals in Chelsea. Very, very unlikely. Based on the form recently, this season. Not, you know, historically. Not historically. But 3-0. It almost turned out to be disastrous at the end there. It almost turned out to be a crisis at the end there. Tammy Abraham was able to bag one, put in from his chest, you know what I mean? It was on the VAR review. Bendy lines, as you guys like to call it, was drawn, but it was deemed to be onside. Tammy Abraham picking up that goal there. Confidence boosting goal for him to after bagging 2 in the win against West Ham. And Chelsea started a late fight back there. You know, Callum Hudson-Odoi came on, Jorginho came on. Lampard did throw on a few subs at halftime and made the changes, and they could have worked in the end if Jorginho was able to put away that penalty. Hop, skip, saved. 3rd time this season. And before that, he had an almost immaculate record from the penalty spot. So, goalkeepers are figuring out Jorginho, and they need to stop letting him take penalties, man. Seriously. They need to really, really stop making him take penalties, because he has been trash. He has been trash from the penalty spot. We must say that. He has been trash. And you telling me somebody else could not have stepped up and taken that penalty? Maybe a Tammy Abraham, maybe a Havertz who came on the field. Come on, man. Yeah, come. I hate these happen skip penalties. Absolutely hate them. But props to Bert Leno, who has not been picking up clean sheets at home this season. Think this, you know, well, he didn't pick up a clean sheet today, but still, big save. Big save, man. Big, big save. And if the game had went 3-2, oh, man, we would have had a nail-biting finish. And I actually think, you know, if Chelsea had converted that penalty, they would have equalized. I think they would have equalized. And it would have been back to old Arsenal again. But they were able to hang on. Very, very good performance by the Gunners. You know what I mean? Pablo Mari picked up a yellow card in the 15th minute. And he was able, you know, to actually avoid getting sent off. He was the one who committed the foul for the penalty. But still, he was able to play 90 minutes without actually getting a second yellow. So, you know, props to him as well. Rob Holding deserves a lot of praises. You know, he's come a long way, definitely. But Saka, I think, has to be the man of the match, man. The way he played, his youthful zest as well, you know, he brought to the table. And you just have to, you know, give plaudits to the young Arsenal players, you know, Smith Rowe and Martinelli and, you know, all those guys, Willock who came on. These guys fought. And they picked up a well-needed W. They needed that, man. They were rock bottom. They were rock bottom, man. And Arsenal needed this. They needed this. They showed character. They got the win. They needed this. As for Chelsea, man, their next 5 or 6 fixtures aren't easy. There's Leicester in there. There's Wolves in there. There's Man City in there. It ain't going to be easy, man. It ain't going to be easy. We could see Chelsea picking up about 2 to 3 more L's in the next 6 games or so. And who knows, the wheels could start, start falling off over there at Stamford Bridge. I know that I said it could. I'm not saying it would, but it's been a nice season. It's been a fascinating and intriguing season. And, you know, today we had some good games, man. Leicester drawing 2-2 against United. That was a fun game to watch. Aston Villa spanking Crystal Palace 3-0 after going down to 10 men. Props to them. Fulham and Southampton drawing 0-0. We got a game coming up between Man City and Newcastle. I got to watch that game at 3 o'clock. So that's my team. And there's another game. I can't remember who's playing, but there's another game playing simultaneously. There's games tomorrow. And I'll be back tomorrow with the live stream. So, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Congrats to Arsenal. You know, I know Arsenal Fan TV, Troops, DT, all these guys. All the big Arsenal YouTubers will be buzzing today. You know, Troops, I bet his headline would be first Arsenal win since he moved to New York and all that. You know what I mean? So, you know, props to them, man. Props to them. Well played, and they deserve the win. They deserve the win. But, guys, I'm going on way too long. Got to go drop my wife to work right now. But, you know, congrats to Arsenal. Again, hard luck to Chelsea. Come better next time, man. Come better next time, Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? They got a humbling. They got a third humbling in 4 games. You know what I'm saying? So, subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you like it. Consider becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button. Helps to support the channel in a big, big way. And, guys, appreciate you watching this one. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone as well. So from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for watching again. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Yeah, baby. Arsenal. That was weird. But, you know.